hard frozen mud on the first loop is now just mud. Sure, I could fit more mud on that shoe. Oh, that was wrong. I don't think I'm going to set a PR. Good morning. 6-hour race day. I won't lie, I am more nervous than I thought I would be. Really couldn't sleep much last night. I haven't done any sort of race in years, so doesn't matter if I tell myself I'm not going to race it. I am still, I get those jitters and I'm excited. I haven't done anything longer than 3.5 hours, and that was on a stair climber. It wasn't running, so we'll see how that goes. It's pretty muddy, apparently. Well, it's icy in some parts, and then it's muddy in other parts.
Just bring it on in with you. We're gonna have to go. We finally have daylight, so we can start.
About 3.5 miles in, and my right calf is hurting. It's my calves, always my calves. Let's follow the green. 1 hour down. Just 5 more to go. I can already see what's going to be a fun challenge on this. What was snow or ice first lap is getting melted off, and now it's mud. Look at that. Woo. Sure, I could fit more mud on that shoe. Oh, that was wrong. Learning this course already. It's 6.5 mile loops, but that first part of that loop is a lot of downhill. Basically, bomb the first half and then survive the second half with mud and a lot more uphill. What I am interested to see is, how do my knees feel tomorrow? I've been doing a lot of stair climber, a lot of incline treadmill walking. Once a week, I might get out for a long run hike, but I'm not doing this much downhill, or just not as much impact, you know, when you're going uphill. So we will be interested to see how my body reacts tomorrow. This is a good test. Body is playing ping pong with who wants to be most sore at the moment. 4 hours, 20 minutes in. That mud, man, when you're slipping everywhere, your little tiny muscles are working, your back is working to stabilize yourself. It's almost pulling my shoe off. Now I've got wet socks. I'm done having fun. Now it's hard. We got about an hour and a half left to go. Sitting down for the first time feels amazing. Just waiting for about 10 minutes and kind of the final hour starts, which is a different loop. The mud is seeping into the shoe. So 30 minutes to go. Everything hurts at this point. 20 minutes to go. For the last hour we do a 0.8 mile loop over and over. My God. We got it, come on, come on. So it's been 4 days since the 6-hour race, and I thought I'd do a quick recap on the experience. I had one big positive takeaway from the race, and I'll get to that in a second. I also had a negative takeaway that I'll discuss in a different video, and I'll do a separate video just on the logistical lessons that I learned. But I wanted to talk about the race itself. So I used to be a journalist in a different life, and I'm always thinking about the lead of a story, and the lead of the story here was the mud. It was icy in some parts, and it was snowy and slushy in other parts, but the mud was the thing that made itself known. It nearly stole my shoe a couple times because it was so thick. It was definitely tough to get through on multiple stretches, and it slowed me down for sure. I'm sure it slowed other people down too. I ended up doing, according to the race, 20.7 miles. According to my GPS, I did 22.2, although that probably included some runs to the restroom back and forth. And I finished solidly in the middle of the pack. So, but here was my big positive takeaway. I got really comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let me explain. So I did the longest day of my training block so far. It wasn't even close. I'd done 3.5 hours on a stair climber once before this. And it was the farthest I've ever run in my life. And throughout it, I maintained a really positive attitude. I was snarky at some points with myself, but I was really thinking about the mud and how it would have been very easy to get frustrated. You know, you do all this training and you want to test yourself a bit, and you think that testing yourself is going to be, you know, on a smooth running trail where you can just, the grind of doing the running is the test. But having to slip, slide, walk through multiple long stretches of this thick mud can feel like, you know, like I didn't get the chance to actually test myself. But almost the entire time, I just saw it as another challenge. My physical therapist, Dr. Matt, and I have actually talked about finding ways to simply be uncomfortable for long periods of time, because that's exactly what the Double Everesting is going to be. It will be potentially 48 hours or more of just being uncomfortable. And it's not always going to be uncomfortable in the ways that I planned for. You know, there'll be different pains, new obstacles that will pop up during the challenge, and I need to be flexible enough to persevere in the face of that and maintain a positive attitude. And I was just really happy that I did that this weekend. Where have all my friends gone? They've all disappeared.